Welcome back to Chowtime It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Chowtime. Last Thursday we left off at my most fearful moment in my life after lights were turning on, after we got tailed a couple miles. So this is the continuation of that. So please subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time. It was probably one of the most fear I've ever felt in my life.
Yeah, just the heart drop.
Yeah, just your heart just drops and you're just like, oh shit.
And it's because we know we're up to no good.
Yeah.
So wait, what did he pull you guys over for?
Tell you the truth, he said that he pulled us over because this guy cut off a semi.
That is what he said in court.
That's what he said in court. But it's really because he saw California license plates.
So what he also said they also brought up the tail lights.
Yeah.
My left tail light had a different bulb than the right tail light, so it was a slightly different shade of orange.
But it was literally in the middle of the day.
Red, slightly different shade of red. Yeah.
It was I think we got pulled over 2
So I
in
didn't
the
need to have
afternoon.
my lights on. My lights were on. They didn't need to be on, but we just drove through the storm, so they're still on. We hadn't gotten out of the car yet or anything. So yeah. But when I was in court, and I still got the tape from that, I'll have to do something with that.
Oh, you have the tape from court?
I have the audio from it where he was like, yeah, and then he bowled out and he cut off the semi. I was like, man, this is so far from the truth. So he's pulls us up, finally pulled the car over. He's walking up to the passenger side window. He starts the questioning. Where are you guys from? Where are you guys headed? I'm like, what's the problem? What's the problem? And mind you, I'm in my 3rd year of law school. I'm taking criminal law classes. I know how you handle stops. I know what my rights are. I did not feel like I had any rights in that situation, at least with the energy he was giving us.
Yeah, right.
It was I had to say what, because he pulls up and he just starts shooting the shit with us, just small talking with us, where are you going? What is it? I was like, can we go? Because they can't, without probable cause, they can't
search your car.
They can't just stop you. They can't detain you. It's called a Terry stop, legal federal law, where they can, they can stop, they can question you, ask for your ID, little things like that, but they can't detain you. They can't hold you there. So it's a reasonable amount of time to just question somebody, which is probably just a few minutes.
Yeah.
If you don't have any probable cause, which would be him, probable cause that you're up to no good or you've done something illegal, which I'm like, we weren't speeding. I have my cruise control set to the a mile below the speed limit. I was trying to go exactly it, but so I knew it was nothing. Saying he's the tail light. He didn't even mention the truck.
He never said anything.
That up until we were in court, and that's when I could talk about the court stuff later. But so he's like, I smell weed. I'm like, no, so he keeps pushing the I smell weed thing, and then he's like, I'm gonna get the dogs to come here. Let me, do I need to get it, or can I just search your car real quick? I'm like, definitely can't search your car. They have no legal right to. Yeah, I'm not you're not gonna. You don't let people search your stuff. You don't let people into your house to look around to do so, because they, you just, it's within your rights.
Yeah.
Unless they have probable cause or warrant, they can't do that. He was really pushing. This is what I learned. So it's just contradicting. Also, my heart's beating really hard, and I'm just nervous because, like I said, we're up to no good.
Yeah.
So I'm really nervous in this case. He's asking us these questions. He's saying it. He's really pushing. I'm like, this isn't this isn't what I learned in school. He can't do this. So the 3rd time he asked, and he's bringing up the dogs and stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't want that. Even though we had everything, sealed up and stuff, the place still smell it. So I'm like, okay, go for it. Maybe we'll just go through the decoy bags and stuff.
Yeah.
So opens the back seat, goes through 2 bags, decoy bags, just clothes, nothing else. I'm like, wow. Pops the trunk, pulls out the Star Wars Darth Maul action figure box,
Yeah.
which there was stuff in. He's like, "Can I search this?" And I was like, "No." Like, he's like, "Can I open this?" I was like, "No." Like, it's gonna lose its value real quick if you do that. It's got to stay closed. See, but he peeks in the side of the box and sees he's back, and then he just goes for it. He just opens it. Boom, just packs on packs, like right there.
Is that even legal?
What they did, technically, no.
No,
No. But once they find the stuff,
it wasn't.
It didn't
They-
matter anymore?
not really. It feels like because they already got us, right?
They know that they got us, like, on something. And like this is where I can get into. Absolutely, it's not legal, like,
Yeah.
what they did. None of what happened there follows the process. But like at the end of the day, like, I'll explain what civil forfeiture is
Yeah.
in a second. So they find that
Yeah, they
he's
separate us.
sitting in the car.
Yeah.
They take me to his car. I'm sitting in the back seat now, just looking behind the passenger seat. It's like 6 more cars pull up behind it. They pull out every single pound that we had in the car, out of every bag. They stack all of it up on the back of my car, and they're all taking selfies with it,
Yeah.
and high-fiving each other, and just like so stoked. They're having like a party right there, just like we made this big bust.
Mhm.
I'm sitting in the car like, like, so they separate us. Then they put us in the same car. Then they start being mad cool with us.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are they saying?
What's the best one you got in here? We got to go to the station, but what's what's the what's good, like what you got the good stuff in here. So I don't know, we hop in the car, they drive us over to the station. The only person that has my location, my ex at the time, so she sees us, my little dot probably going off the road. Now I'm at the Dixon County penitentiary, jail or whatever. So we get booked in there. They put us in the drunk tank. We're in the drunk tank for like
24 hours. I think.
no, dude, we were in there for about 32 hours.
Oh, was it?
That was the toughest part of this whole ordeal. Was 32 hours in the drunk tank, freezing. We're in like t-shirt and
Yeah,
shorts.
we're t-shirt
no
and
idea
shorts,
what's gonna
man.
happen to us. That was tough. That's where I learned how to meditate.
Yeah.
That is where I learned how to meditate. I've been taking my martial arts and stuff I've been doing for the last few years. He taught me so much about just, I don't know, we did all these meditating, breathing exercises all the time. It's nice after class, like breathing, doing those drills and stuff. But
Like I kind of needed to do because I was freezing, like
Mm-hmm.
because of my arm, because I got into that car accident. I have metal on my arm, so when it's cold, it is fucking painful. So and dude, we were in the drunk tank with some other guy.
John,
His name was John, and I was like, dude, can I have your blanket? And he was just like, yeah, just take your bro. I see you fucking just
You
like struggling.
shivering.
Yeah.
Shit.
And
And
I kept asking, like, can I get a blanket or can I get like some pants or something? And they just couldn't care less.
and he wasn't mad at me. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
we were just mad at the word, but like
I wasn't mad. I was just like,
once every
fuck.
hour or so, that was like fuck, Max, like fuck, like fuck you, like. I don't blame. So I'm just sitting there trying to, like, I never felt so much like I wanted to like freak out before, like bang on the window, be like, just freak out. I just want to lose my shit. Just be like,
Yeah.
get me the fuck out of here, like. But that obviously isn't gonna do anything.
No.
So, all these meditations. I was like, okay, now I need it. Like I know that place I've been able to find here, just like, just through like the practice, like, and stuff. But it's never like I was never dealing with anything really stressful. So I was like, how do I get to that place, from this emotionalized state of being right now? So that really helped me calm down. I did this like breath work, meditations, visualization. Just like it's just anchor word, just anchor down on like one word. Mine was always lion. So it's so powerful, just what it represents and stuff. Just everything aligned is so just be everything that word like means like to you. So I'm sitting there for hours just visualizing this lion just sitting there, just being super calm in the drunk tank, just not doing anything, having that presence like felt, but also just, cool, not freaking out, So that helped me out. Like that helped me out a lot. I didn't articulate that too much to talk about that because I was doing it, but like that really, really helped. Then they let me go make a phone call, and so my ex and my parents hated each other at the time. I was like prodigal son at that point. My parents have done so much for me. They're so awesome. My mom loves me so much. Like just she's very supportive through my ups and downs and stuff. I had no reason to shit on them. So they didn't like each other, but I had my one call. I had to call my ex, say, hey, you need to call my parents. You just need to tell them, what happened, because they're probably the only people that might bail me out, even though the one thing they told me my whole life was, if you go to jail, we're not bailing you out. They still, they still ended up doing that. But, I mean, yeah, not without a few years, yeah. So.
What'd you tell her? You're like, daddy's in jail.
I told her, I was, yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, like a girl at the time.
I was just so, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be here for a while, yeah, like
full drug dealer mode.
So that shit happened. Then they tell us, they bring us out, they like tell us our charges and everything.
Yeah, they put our bail at like what?
90.
Yeah, 90,000, which meant that we couldn't just
bail out
normally.
We had to have a hearing to make sure.
Yeah, you had to have a
bail
hearing.
money wasn't coming from drug money. So and it's Labor Day weekend. We get in Wednesday night. Courts are closed Friday. Courts are closed Monday. We're like, and then we got some inmate, just methed out dude, just like, you guys are gonna be here. You guys gonna be here for a while. You guys, you're not getting out anytime soon. You should really think about getting a job and just working, getting some credit around here, because you're not going anywhere. So that, I'm like, fuck, that freaked me out a little bit, but that wasn't the case. But that
How
shit.
long were you guys in there for?
I was there for about 7 days.
I was there for 14 days. I was there for 14.
I felt so bad leaving before him.
Yeah, he left before me, and I called, like, for my call, I called my cousin, and then my cousin called my dad, and tell the truth, they did their best to get everything done. And that time, my dad and I were like not even speaking.
Your dad was probably like, "But I'm gonna take my sweet ass time with this shit."
No, they tried their best to do everything as fast as possible, but because it's from another state, they had to get a lawyer that's a Tennessee lawyer. They couldn't just get a California lawyer.
Yeah, that was the problem. Yeah,
that was the kind of an issue that it was. But then, after the drunk tank, they took us to our first pod. They were supposed to separate us, but me and him were in our first pod for like the first 3-4 days.
So this is Chowtime. So this is where Chowtime started. So we finally get out of the drunk tank. We got our shit and everything. They book us into the general population. Like we walk in there. There's like 2 black guys and everybody else is white. And there's 30 people in this 24 bunk pod. There's people sleeping on the ground and shit. But there's a couple open beds like still.
Some of them looked at us like as they've never seen an Asian person in their life. And I'm sure they haven't.
They probably have,
yeah. So it's just 2 Asian guys.
Just walk in the door. We're just holding all our stuff.
Yeah.
And
then they ask us,
shit.
"What are you guys in for?" And we're just like, 65 pounds of weed. And they're like, "Wait, what?" 65 pounds of weed. And then, we actually, and they're just like, "What the fuck? These guys?" And then there was another African American gentleman that got caught with like 50 pounds. And
he was older.
He was older. He said he was doing the runs like most of his life. So when he got caught with his nephew. So it was interesting how everybody treated us when we got there.
Everybody's real cool, man.
Everybody was super
mad cool. Like,
yeah.
Like I felt really taken under the wing by some people. They're just like, here, you guys had these bunks, like, everybody's super nice. It was pretty interesting, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah, it was not the experience I was expecting.
And for what I knew was gonna be waiting for me when I got out, I owed people money. I got like my family. I got my. I'm like, you know what? Like after a couple days, it started feeling, not too bad.
You're like, I'd rather be here, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. So, but I was kind of escaping my problems with that mentality. So, we're in there the first night. We stay up late. We're talking and stuff. It's probably like 3 a.m. Go lay down. Tired enough to actually sleep. I hadn't eaten the meals they were bringing us in the drunk tank.
Yeah, we didn't eat.
Disgusting. Like
Yeah.
I didn't want to touch it. So we're like probably 48 hours at this point, almost like haven't eaten a single thing.
Yeah.
Wasn't planning to. And then 5 a.m. rolls by Thursday morning. 5 a.m. Like I said, guy opens the door to the pod, and he pushes this big rack of trays in. I'm still sleeping at this point. And then, just in the most southern draw, like ever, like you just hear like, "Chow time."
Whew. How was that chow? I left it off another cliffhanger. You'll get the conclusion next Thursday on this story of our time in jail and what changed us, how we viewed things, and just how we became Chowtime. So please subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. It's Chowtime.